Hello and welcome to Xena Warrior Podcast Minisodes. My name is Vera and I'm joined as always by my two combative co-hosts, Katie.
Hello.
And Livy.
Hi.
Are you guys ready?
To rumble.
I was literally just about to say that.
Oh, I stepped on your toes, did I?
Well, it just means that we're on the same page. And that page is a big old fight. We're putting on our boxing gloves.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, that's right. Round 1 is about to commence because we have a great minisode for you. It should be fun. We got the beverages here.
Yeah.
We're ready to roll.
Oh,
Seasonal
delicious beverages.
Just water.
A sparkling water.
To stay hydrated. Okay, Liv, give us our prompt.
Okay. So this week's minisode topic is courtesy of Christy. Christy writes, okay, I know you guys have already done a few Xena versus Buffy episodes, but I'd love for y'all to do an ultimate showdown episode. Deathmatch style.
Oh my god.
I've assembled a list of opponents and would love to hear who you think would come out the victor. Please get into as much detail/debate as possible and, where relevant, hypothesize what the death blow might be.
Whoa.
So we're putting them all in the Squid Game.
Into the Squid Game goes the Xena and the Buffy.
Wow, that's going to be a dated reference, but so is mine, where I was going to say, imagine them all as little clay figures from Celebrity Deathmatch.
Yeah, that's way more dated.
But it's relevant because at least Lucy was on there.
What do you mean dated? It's right now.
So I think this is going to be fun. We talked about doing this on our previous podcast when we got this particular prompt. I think, all of us, as even Christy admits, we've talked about Buffy before quite a bit.
But it's been a while.
We've put Xena and Buffy into a slightly jokey kind of hero nemesis relationship. We've debated exactly how much we even really mean to put them against each other. We love them both. It's not like we really resent Buffy for anything. But it's always fun to do a death match.
I mean, it's been a while since, I've thought about Buffy.
Interesting.
I don't know her.
Yeah, we haven't texted in a while. So this is going to be fun.
This is going to be fun. This is going to remind you what happened in Buffy.
Yeah, whether I'll like it or hate it.
Something tells me Vera's going to say that Xena wins most of these matchups. We'll see.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. All right, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Are you ready to rumble?
Ding,
Guess
ding,
so.
ding. Round one.
Round 1, we start immediately. Joxer versus Xander.
Oh,
It's so many X's.
I get it.
Is
I
it-
thought
is-
you meant X's. I was like,
No.
Joxer.
Like they have X's in their
Get
name.
it. Yeah, it really took me a second.
XYZ or XYZ if you're in a
Oh
English
my
country.
god.
This one's hard. Should we be voting, who could take who in a fight, right?
Oh.
But also,
No, I thought it was
also who's better and, who
I
we
think it's-
enjoy more as
think
a
it's-
character?
I think it's that one.
Ooh, I think both. These are
both.
both factors. Who could take who in a fight, and also who we like better.
Oh no.
Wow.
And maybe also who grows more as a person.
Okay.
I mean, they both do, don't they?
They both do.
both
We
do.
talked about it, that, when Joxer finally got character development, it was really exciting. And Ted Raimi was so great at those moments of dramatic acting.
Yeah.
I would say Ted Raimi, a better actor than Nicholas Brendan.
Wow.
Yeah, but he was good in that as Xander.
As Xander, absolutely.
sure.
Yeah, he kind of was Xander. Yeah. It's hard to separate.
I haven't. I loved Xander as a youth teen.
You did the equivalent of writing Joxer Gabs fic, basically,
Yeah.
for Buffy.
Why did
you're
you say that?
You're outing Katie
am.
for fan work she's disowned.
So there's that. I think, when you're older and you go back and you watch Buffy, you kind of like,
Yeah.
like, he's a nice guy. as we've come to understand, nice guy, and not in the good way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not as, like, Joxer can be kind of abrasively annoying when you don't want him to be there.
Right. You never kind of resent Xander for just being there in
Right.
the way
He's
that
part of
Joxer
it.
you do.
I think I do.
You actually do
I think,
resent
like,
him.
yeah, well, me...
He's part of the game, though. It's a bigger game.
Yeah, but I mean,
Xander or-
back
oh,
in the
wait, Joxer.
day,
Xander.
Oh, okay.
like,
Yeah.
for instance, I would never, like, the Xander episodes were really, really hard. And I mean, obviously the Joxer ones were hard too.
They're kind of classic, though. Like,
But-
Zeppo is a
Zeppo is
great episode.
Don't like it.
No, really.
I mean, I don't like Xander at all. But
Okay.
I accept him
So
for being
Joxer,
there.
that's a vote for Joxer from Vera.
Oh, okay.
And in a fight, I do think that Joxer would accidentally somehow hurt. somehow hurt him.
That's
like,
fair.
You know,
Plus he has his, like, kitchenware armor.
Yeah, he at least wears armor. Yeah.
But Xander has actually killed more like vampires.
Yeah, he's
towards the end
he's
of the show.
Towards the end of the show,
Yeah, yeah.
he has some
While
battle
Joxer
experience.
actually
Yeah.
killed like a human, so he's
That was good,
more
though.
Yeah, that's a
intense.
great episode.
Yeah,
I don't
it's a great
like
episode.
this question. I don't like it.
That's just
Very-
their
This is
first
how they're
question.
gonna be. They're all
so we
gonna be
better
like this.
just make a decision
Embrace
here.
conflict.
I like Joxer. I think as an adult, I don't really like Xander.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Exactly.
But it's not to do, I don't know, with the performance or anything. And I have defended Joxer a lot more in recent times. So probably Joxer for this one. But, like, if you asked me when I was 15, I would have said Xander, but also I didn't watch Xena then.
Well, good thing we're asking you now.
Okay.
All right, moving on. This one's gonna
You're not
be.
even letting me
You
win.
did. She didn't.
Wow.
Because I was like, that was the correct
We
answer.
need 3 answers to each question.
All right, Liv.
Well, intriguingly, I gotta say, I agree with the group. I think the
Joxer?
consensus is Joxer, and I think Xander reminds me too much of sort of a real world type person who now I have really mixed feelings about. Whereas Joxer, even though he has his hugely problematic behaviors, is sort of so like pathetic all the time, like so lovable in his pathetic behavior that like I don't take him as seriously. I think that I on some level take Xander.
He didn't leave Anya at the altar either.
Right.
So
yeah. I mean, it seems like he Joxer ended up in like a really nice marriage, like raised a son who you may hate, but
Stay tuned.
may not.
They raised him right at least, and can't really argue with that.
He's a nice boy, yes.
Yeah, in a good way. Nice guy Joxer in a good way most of the time.
Yeah. Xander is a nice guy. Joxer is a nice guy. So
Yeah. Wow. That's deep, man.
Joxer wins that round. Ding,
Joxer
ding, ding.
the mighty.
Cena won.
Yes.
Oh, well, do
That's
we
a
have,
good one,
do
yeah.
we want to hypothesize the death blow? It sounds like Joxer landed it by accident.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
basically.
I concur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys. I mean, you thought you battled this out between
didn't know we
Joxer and
were gonna
Xander. Good luck. Next up, Spike versus Aries.
Whoa.
They can both sing.
Who wears the leather pants better?
Right?
No, I hate this.
This one's hard.
I think, oh no, I hate this. I hate this. I love a bad antagonist, good
Yeah.
guy. Shit. Who's in love with our hero? Oh no.
Okay.
Well,
yeah.
go ahead.
Well, for me, it's easy. It's
I
Spike
know you're
all the
gonna say-
way.
I know.
Okay, Spike because he's good in leather. He has a full character arc that Aries never got.
But
They had a little bit for Aries of that.
I mean, I think more than a little, but not as much as Spike.
But this is what happens when you do something first. They didn't do it all the way.
Yeah.
And so Spike had the big old, full-on transformation that I really sunk my teeth in.
I see.
He wasn't, constantly popping up being annoying. He was like there by design to be annoying because he was like the big bad, and then he had his transformation.
Yeah.
So it was all part of the plan there.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked.
And Aries had, like, old Aries had a farm. And
Yeah, and unlike
he certainly had those same moments of being sort of challenged morally and coming over to Xena's side.
But they could have done like a
Yeah.
full ass arc about it, but
Yeah.
they just weren't there yet, television wise. So
They were so close.
yeah, exactly. And then it's easy because on Buffy, I didn't really like ship Buffy with anyone other than Spike. So, but meanwhile, he's not part of this. Meanwhile, on Xena, it's like Xena Gabs, OTP.
I shipped Buffy with happiness.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, this pairing is hard because I feel like they are so similar. Like, their functions within the show are actually really, really similar, except for this one rather important detail. That,
one is blonde, one is brunette.
But, like, you hardcore, at least if you're us, ship Buffy Spike, as, like, their relationship is so interesting. Mm-hmm. Whereas Xena Aries is always sort of a secondary relationship. At least, again, if you're us.
You guys, I fell off my couch when the episode Smash aired.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I literally fell off my couch and, like, crawled to the TV screen.
Wow.
That's how much I was not expecting it.
It was, I mean,
It was
that
something.
was some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sort of a masterclass in giving the audience what they want, but not the way they want it.
Right.
Yeah. I'm with you. I kind of got to go Spike with this just because he is the more fully realized character and arc. But, like, this is the hard one because I think
the hard ones are coming up.
I love Aries. I love that performance. And I do think it's so close to what they were doing with Spike that you go, like, what the fuck?
Aries being the god of war has less problematic moments with Xena than Spike does. Like, Spike could fill the whole jar up with that one scene. The Aries doesn't have an equivalent of that I remember. No.
He's just a more all-around problematic person.
He's the god of war.
He's the god of war. And we haven't acknowledged this. Like, if they were to actually fight IRL, probably Aries would win because he has god powers. But
yeah.
Unless they fight when he doesn't have them.
Yeah,
in which case
does
Spike
happen all the
would
time.
win because he's a vampire.
Unless they're fighting when Spike's not a vampire, in which case.
Well, okay.
All right, so what's the death
Smith,
blow?
Oh, wait, I didn't give
Oh,
my
you didn't give...
answer.
Oh, man, I keep...
You
like,
said Spike, and you said Spike, and I didn't answer. And
Vera, you're bad at that. You're really bad.
Yeah, there's three of us. We got all answer. Listen, so, like, I really did love Buffy Angel because I was really silly and, 13 or whatever when the show started. So I did not get on the train as quickly as other people did with Buffy and Spike. So I was like, how is this happening? I was very confused. But I did come around. However, I do think that, like, just with the character arc and the amount of story and the whole thing, he does win. Aries definitely would kill him because he's a god. But I do love that. I would love to give them a tie for both being, like, so good at musical numbers.
That's a good point.
So what do you think? Spike wins via musical number montage?
I don't know. They're both really good.
Some sort of leather accident?
Yeah. So, but okay, that's 3 spikes anyway. Sorry. Okay. But Aries wins the killing Spike, for sure.
All right. Next up, I think this is even more difficult, at least for me. Faith versus Kalisto.
Uh-oh.
You guys.
Kalisto.
I know it's not difficult for you, Faith hater over there.
I don't hate her.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think, Liv?
This was probably, I'm with you in that this is the hardest for me because I do just really love both of these characters.
Yeah.
And I don't really want one. I want them to team up, like,
And kids.
They could teach each other a lot in the bedroom.
Wow. This is insanely hard because, like, they're, like, the same character. So.
They are and they aren't. Like, there are a lot of things that
but, like, designed to be the same character.
Yeah,
like,
they function very similarly. They probably have an equivalent amount of screen time, though, again, like, Buffy being a slightly different kind of show than Xena, I think Faith
Well,
gets
Faith has
more
more screen
sort of
time.
psychological, like, nuance. Yeah.
Yeah, plus I'm counting appearances in Angel as well as the character.
Oh, yeah.
So.
We'll allow
and
it.
Kalisto even more.
Yeah. Not a fan of I'm bad.
I'm not.
I'm bad.
I'm not.
Didn't
yeah.
Kalisto have an equivalent moment to I'm bad, I'm bad?
Yes, she
basically?
did.
Yeah.
I like Faith in theory. All the character arc, all the I'm bad's great in theory. Great in
I
theory.
think we know who Katie thinks the better actress is.
Oh, I mean,
in
I could
this
probably
matchup.
agree with that, and that is not Eliza Dushku. But
We love you a lot.
I
Zena.
love.
She's
She's
good
great.
she's good as Faith.
She's-
It's just not.
Yeah.
Not my. Yeah.
She doesn't have a lot of range beyond that.
Well, they both did impressions, of the other
That's
person,
true.
and based on impression skills,
Hudson
wins.
won hands down.
And
Yuri.
This is like my opposite thing of what I just said, but like the Callisto thing is that like she casts such an amazing like arc over the whole show that you think she's in the whole show and she's in like 11 episodes.
That's a good point.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, Faith is. I mean, that's actually
Yeah.
very much not how you view Faith. She doesn't.
Well, you
she
view
feels
Faith
very
as,
much
like, from her season.
a particular era. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she does make appearances later on, as she should, but I mean, that's just the design of Buffy.
Yeah.
It's one season per thing,
I do love Faith's relationship with the mayor, which you don't really have an equivalent thing for Kalisto. Like Kalisto is all wrapped up in Xena. She doesn't really have like other defining.
She doesn't have a
relationships.
mentor.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, isn't like Xena her mentor?
Xena's her everything.
Yes,
yeah. I mean,
exactly.
obviously, her and Gabs are really fascinating together too. Kalisto and Gabs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to think of like a battle between them and who would win.
What's your answer?
I can't
can't?
answer
I
this.
I think they're both so fierce and self-destructive
answer.
that it would go really bad. Like, they would just burn down whatever arena they were fighting in.
Rocks would fall on them.
Well, naturally. I'm going to go Kalisto on this one.
I mean, I guess I would too, based on how you literally, my thing about Xena is that, like, it doesn't get good until she shows up. So, like, truly good.
I also think Kalisto is just, like, a rage monster, whereas Faith has more, like, human vulnerability. So
She does.
She would, like, hesitate in the death blow, and then
see.
Kalisto would, like,
That's a good point.
Right.
destroy
yeah.
her. Yeah.
That's fair.
Right. Okay. I guess we answered that. That was rough, guys. That was rough.
I always feel bad when
know.
I
you
feel
don't
bad,
like
too.
Faith.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
I know people love her. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I'm really
She's
sorry.
so important.
I agree. I agree with that.
Okay, next one should be easy. Oh, wait. Never mind. It's a little bit more difficult.
Oh.
But maybe not as
Okay.
difficult as I
What is
thought.
it?
Dark Willow versus Aries, because they both wear black.
Yeah, this one I had to wrap my head around a little bit.
I think
why
more like,
Christy has
you
made
know,
this
like when
pairing.
they're like god power.
When they're being bad.
Yeah, when they're being bad and doing stuff. Well, not that different. Dark hair, dark clothes.
Easily
flying
bored.
around. Yeah, easily bored.
Flying around.
I mean, very different. There's like the god of war doing war shenanigans.
That's who he is. You know?
Yeah,
He
that's
is
who he
Aries.
is, not
Like,
what
Dark
he
Willow
does.
is not.
He was born this way.
Yeah,
Like-
Dark Willow is on a grief rampage.
Yeah, I don't like love it, you know, per se. Aries. I think I gotta say Aries because like Dark Willow is sad.
Dark
That
Willow
Dark
is
Willow. I
sad.
mean, she does fun stuff. It's an entertaining performance.
Crayons save her.
That's very emotional, but like you don't want her to be this way. But Aries can Aries it up.
I
all over.
do. I loved that arc. I'm
Well,
very,
I mean,
I'm
the
very
arc is
in the
one
minority, I
thing.
think.
Well,
but I enjoyed.
Are you supposed to feel? Do you feel good like when she skins Warren? Are you like?
I loved that moment. Absolutely. That was,
Not
I fell off my couch for that too. No, I
It
didn't.
is
did a
not
lot
great
of couch
pop
falling in
Yeah,
season
man.
6. You were never on the couch in season 6.
No, I loved that because that was like totally insane for like Willow, who
I mean, yes.
That was like, whoa, that's exactly what you want.
I mean,
that's like the equivalent of Gabs doing
a brutal death.
Yeah, but that's the equivalent of Gabs going crazy and killing all those guys in
right.
Eyes of March.
Yeah, it's not just committing an act of violence. It's committing an act of violence that disturbs you, the viewer, which is hard to do because you're so desensitized. So.
Good point.
Yeah, so I love that.
Yeah, you could have definitely done a Dark Willow versus kind of Gabs in her worst moments.
Interesting.
That one would have really stumped us. I mean, this one stumps me too, but kind of in a different way.
I'm choosing Dark Willow just because Aries doing God stuff is boring to me. Bored now.
All right.
I'm going to choose Aries, but only because I felt bad for choosing Spike in the previous
Oh my
matchup.
god.
So he won.
All right.
Okay.
What about you?
I said Aries already.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I guess Aries. And how does he kill Dark Willow?
I think he just puts her in timeout until she's done.
That seems legit.
Okay.
Next.
All right. This one's really funny.
Okay.
Yeah, I
ready.
can't wait. I can't wait to hear Vera.
Am I the only one that can't see the prompt?
Yes, this is a surprise for you. Riley versus Virgil. And then
Can't even say it.
Riley versus Virgil. And then in parentheses, Chris wrote, TBH, I hope they both end up killing each other in this matchup.
Riley's fine.
Riley is frustrating.
They gave him some
his final
cool
arc is pretty
business towards the end. Which was not great. But it sucks because his character was meant to be boring.
Right.
Like he was supposed to be boring comparatively, so that she had like a nice normal boyfriend, and that's like the point. So maybe it's not fair to judge him for being boring when he's supposed to be.
This shocks no one because it's opposite to what everybody thinks. I really like Riley.
I liked when I think you liked the part where he's like gets all dark.
Yeah, I do.
You liked that,
that
vampires feed off me so I can be interesting.
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
Because you know what? I don't like angels, so it was like anything that was like anti-angel. And this was before the whole Spike thing, so like, if it was between Spike and Riley, then fuck you, Riley, get the fuck out of here.
Really.
But like, yeah, so
Virgil's like he's not really a character so much,
Virgil was designed to steal Gabrielle with his hot body.
Well, he didn't, did he?
Well, he tried. Okay. So no thanks.
He did not succeed in any capacity.
But he stole that screen time, and that's what matters.
Not a lot of it.
Enough. As Jennifer Lopez says, enough.
Yeah. I mean, okay, Riley's totally fine. Riley's fine.
I choose Riley because I, too, come from a corn growing state.
You do, yeah. He was from Iowa. I remember that, yeah.
I'm going to go Virgil.
Wow, traitor.
I never really enjoyed Riley all that much, so I think Katie does a great job of explaining what narrative purpose he served.
Yes, he served that purpose.
But I guess it's as a character, you don't want your characters to be boring.
And
he's just not
nice.
A vampire.
And every time they tried to make him sort of like they had created this boring character, and then they were like, let's try to make him interesting. And each time it fell so flat. So it's one of those where you're like, I mean, I like season 4 a lot. It's sort of good in spite of him being there. But yeah, not my fave character. Yes, Virgil is what he is.
I just don't really remember him being there, if that makes sense.
Virgil?
Yeah, I know he's
seared into my mind.
I just I don't really register him.
I register him a lot.
Yeah, to me, he was never really a threat, so I don't have like this huge outrage about it.
I can't unsee his purpose, his red mark purpose.
Here's Virgil Vitriol.
It's here again, guys. It's been so long.
I think Riley won.
Riley beats Virgil.
Yeah.
Did we both say Riley?
Riley?
Then yeah, I guess.
Okay.
And what did we say? A death blow? throwing corn
They
at him.
obviously
in the
take their
military.
shirts off.
Riley's in the military. He shoots him because guns exist.
That's probably what it is.
Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Okay, next up. Tara versus season 2/3 Babytown Frolics Gabs. Aw, that's cute.
I feel like
I get it.
Season 2 and 3, Gabs is already pretty
She
good
does a murder.
with the stabs. Yeah.
Okay,
Three.
well, season 1 Gabs?
Maybe season
Well,
1
basically
Gabs is
Babytown
better.
Frolics Gabs.
Yeah. Okay.
So like two sweet little baby, cuties
Okay.
versus each
Do
other.
you guys want to answer first, or do you want me to just answer?
Oh man,
it sounds like
someone
you're-
has feelings.
Yeah,
Let's
please.
shoot him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gabs.
Gabrielle's the main character on the show.
Gabrielle's the main character on the television show Xena Warrior Princess, and her character arc is one of my favorites to ever exist. So the Babytown Frolics era of Gabs is part and parcel of her just insane character arc that is truly wonderful. And I get it. I think I get the question because they're both very sweet.
Yeah.
But they're sweet in a different way. Like Gabs is very like, I'm ready. I want an adventure. I'm like, yeah. Tara is very like shy, and she's much more like me as a person, maybe. So
I see that.
I just love Gabs. Like I do like Tara a lot, but I don't know. I just love Gabs. She's like one of my favorite characters to ever exist.
And
So
yeah, I mean,
it's
obviously,
hard to like go against.
yeah, it's
that.
really difficult.
Yeah.
because
But
Gabs is
Tara's very
important.
very sweet.
Yeah, she is, and she was like the
Yeah.
anti-Oz, right? For
Yeah.
many
Sure.
reasons.
I enjoy her social awkwardness in
Yeah.
her early seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I feel like it takes her a really long time to really like be warmly kind of folded into the Scooby Gang.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
I felt that like to me felt very real. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously Babytown Gabs, especially if we're specifying season 2 and 3
Well-
Gabs, would kick her ass.
Oh, well,
What about
well,
Gabs? What about Gabs when she had the little flute?
Gabs can't do magic.
Marching around
Gabs
with the little
can't do
flute.
magic. It's true. Tara's magic is good from the get-go.
She could do something good.
There would be some
Something
magic
pretty intense,
involved.
I'm sure.
So you think that's the ultimate battle would be Tara giving her magic?
Gabs.
Well, you know what? It won't
Gabs.
work because Gabs is already a big ol' les.
Gabs is magic.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill any of them.
I mean,
That-
yeah,
like,
I
I don't, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't
Yeah.
like that question.
That's right. They'd sit down and like have
They
a good
talk
time
out
together.
their differences.
Okay, next up, Anya versus Meg.
This is such a good one. I really love this one.
This is really great. Okay,
my God.
You guys need to do something first this time.
They both love money.
They do. I honestly feel like they wouldn't fight as much as
They'd
Meg.
be competitors, like financial, like entrepreneur competitors.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, they should start a business together.
They will. That's the thing. That's how it would end. Like the beers would come out. There would be a lot of beer foamy
At the
happening.
tavern.
Yeah, at the tavern. And then they would create a business together.
Yeah, I think so too. And if they had differences, they'd work them out in court.
But character-wise,
Character-wise, there's a lot more in Anya.
yeah, I think there's just a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There sure
to
is.
go around.
And it's fantastic.
I mean, this again. I mean, I said the stuff I said about Kalisto, which I mean, if I was going to say it's based on your number of episodes, then Faith should have won that. Anya is one of my favorite characters on
And,
Buffy.
yeah,
favorite
like,
episodes.
hands
Yeah, favorite
down,
episodes, for
hands
sure.
down. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Top 3.
well, Meg did
Meg's
get
funny.
some good
She got
character
good stuff.
moments,
Yeah.
but like she didn't get, let's say, as much maybe as we would have wanted. I don't know. Maybe we got enough of Meg.
Probably enough.
Yeah,
I think there was probably more Meg
enjoyed
than I
her
anticipated.
growth. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Anya is
Fantastic.
Anya is Anya.
maybe my favorite Scooby
Wow.
Gang
Yeah,
member.
she's top.
Amazing.
She's number 2 for me.
yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, Selfless is like, if you do best of Buffy.
That's if I'm not counting Buffy.
That's true. Yeah, I can't count up Buffy.
I've done this
in the
before.
best character.
Oh,
Buffy
I
is
see,
my
I see.
favorite character. Buffy.
Right.
But like I'd like put her to the side, and then my other favorite characters are
Gotcha.
such and such.
Okay.
Also, Anya is a vengeance demon, so she would
Yes.
win this fight like in terms of power.
If she has
the power.
If he has her, that's a good point, which she very often does not have.
Yeah, exactly.
For most of the show, she does not have.
Right.
I still think she'd win.
I mean, she would.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
in court.
Yeah, in court. Okay, next.
But
All
maybe
right.
Meg would just like pull a bunny out of a hat and Anya would
Distract.
freak
Oh,
out.
Oh,
be scared.
shit.
And leave the
You're
arena.
right. You're right. Actually, yeah, I can see that happening.
Okay, I'm gonna say that. I'd vote Meg.
Okay, next up, Najara versus Cordelia.
Liv, you can start.
That is so rough. Everybody knows I love Najara. I can't remember if we've talked about this on the podcast, but I have a long history of Cordelia feelings.
Okay.
Oh,
She's bringing
yeah.
this up.
Yeah.
All right. All the things come out.
This mostly stems from Angel. I never quite understood how she became like the female lead in Angel and was kind of salty about it in a way that now strikes me as very mean and kind of misogynistic.
Wow.
Yeah, I called her that actress.
You did.
You did.
I refused to say her name. Yeah.
You really did not like her. Charisma Carpenter.
Charisma Carpenter.
Cordelia Chase.
Oh my god.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so I certainly feel very differently about that now, and you know, like I can revisit the show and see how amazing she is in both Buffy
Yes.
and Angel
Also,
later.
like, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but like, it's just so everybody knows. I mean, since we watched Buffy, there has been an insane amount of revelations about the things going on in Buffy and Angel.
We don't really talk about it so much because it's still kind of painful.
Everybody,
honestly.
yeah, because it's like the thing you love, and you find out all this like horrible
and especially
stuff.
when discussing Cordelia's arc. Here I am talking about how much I didn't like her on Angel, knowing how she was being treated on Angel.
Exactly.
It definitely makes me question a lot of my feelings and behavior.
We were younger and silly.
I
mean, I think, the thing with the thing with Cordelia is that, like, I mean, I think I was very much, as a young kid in, like, middle school and high school watching Buffy, like, a little bit more like, the show is telling me this and that. So that I didn't have the wherewithal to be like, Cordelia's cool and like a cool character. I was like, she's mean. She's the mean one. She's the mean popular girl who's mean. And like our heroes are Buffy and Willow and Xander. Like she's mean. So I don't like love her. It wasn't until like at least into Angel and then as an adult that I like really did appreciate like how great she is as a character. And then I think like in fandom, and especially like on Tumblr, and all of a sudden it was just like all this like Cordelia love that I didn't understand because like
on Tumblr.
Well, yeah,
that's like not long ago.
Well, maybe it wasn't Tumblr.
Tumblr was not when you were in high school.
Oh, Live Journal then.
Yeah, that one.
I don't remember, but I just I just started seeing it and being like, I don't get it, and then I was like, oh wait, I get it now after a certain point. So I love Cordelia, and she definitely has like way more material than Najara, who has 2 episodes. Najara's very cool villain. Yeah. Or antagonist.
Yeah, don't call her a villain.
She's something. Yeah, I do have a lot of respect for her, but obviously I'm gonna go Cordelia.
Yeah, me too.
In reparations.
Yeah, like Cordelia's awesome.
I absolutely love Cordelia. I've loved her from the beginning all the way through Angel, man. Yeah. You're Welcome is one of my favorite. Like, I mean, I fell off the couch for that. No,
I mean, it was like, I mean, I know that is like the height of everything awful, but I do remember liking it. And
that was a fantastic episode.
Since,
so I because remember my horrible streak of like I love everything that's the opposite. So like because she was being shipped with Angel, I was like, yes, this is it because I hate Angel and Buffy, and I was like, you guys move on, both of you. You go with whoever you're going with, and you go with whoever you're going with, not together.
It just was so weird to me.
Yeah,
and like, but I get it. Like I get it now, but it was just at the time I was like,
I haven't rewatched that stuff, but I bet it's really interesting.
It's totally interesting. They're totally different characters since high school, and it's like, it works, man.
Well, they did stuff with Cordelia too to get her on Angel. Like she lost all her money.
Yeah,
and like all
she's
this
deep
stuff.
now.
She was gonna like go to like a fancy college because it was like, ooh, surprise, she's super smart, and she got into like Harvard and Yale or whatever, like all these Princeton.
But you'd think she would get scholarships for that.
I don't know. Maybe she didn't apply for them. I don't know. But anyway, she couldn't go. She had a spin-off to be on.
Yeah, exactly.
So. But yeah, Cordelia's great.
Maybe not the best line when she was like, give mama some sugar.
No, that was
Right.
bad stuff.
Again, I felt I was like, that was literally being written to humiliate Charisma Carpenter, and I like bought into it. You know, I was like, this is so terrible. I blame Charisma Carpenter, and like that sucks. It sucks that it was set up that way. Yeah.
Right, and Faith was on at that time.
I think
too.
these two would band up together and kill Joss Whedon.
Yay! Oh, yeah. That's fun.
Oh my god.
In a fictional way.
Yes, we don't condone murder.
No.
All right, next up, Xena's long cons versus Giles. Just Giles.
I assume it's Giles' long cons. Does Giles have long cons?
He talks a lot. He's British.
That's true. They're both like, you know, sort of cerebral ideas. Like Xena has these
Xena doesn't
elaborate
talk
plans.
about them.
No,
She just makes
puts
them
into
happen.
I
action.
mean, Xena is so good at them. I have to say Xena.
Yeah, I mean, the long con, you know, clearly the long cons work. No one is doubting the efficacy of long cons.
I mean, they're just like, what the fuck? But like, they do work, and I can't handle watching Giles. I can see him in my mind's eye.
Would
saying
Giles see through the long cons? Like, would he be able to follow them?
And he would be cleaning his glasses the whole time, because that's what he does.
We have a visitor, Mr. Phil, has come to join the podcast.
Phil the Frenchie.
Podcast mascot, Little Prawn.
Little prawn.
Who would win, Phil? Giles or Xena's long cons?
He
doesn't know.
via scratches is like, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm going to say Xena. Her long cons are just very impressive.
I agree, because I don't like Giles.
That's crazy.
You have so many
I
opinions.
have horrible opinions, guys. You know this about me.
But you love Cordelia, so.
I love Cordelia. Yeah. She's great. And I was obsessed when Charisma Carpenter was on Legend of the Seeker. At Dragon Con was all like, talk to me about Legend of the Seeker. I did. I was first in line. Like, I was first in line for
I don't remember that,
Lucy.
but good for you.
Yeah.
I was probably there.
Okay, Gabrielle's Scrolls versus the Watcher Diaries. Interesting
This is a good one. I like the
okay.
parallel. Yeah. This is a parallel we noticed, I think, last time we compared these two properties. So that's cool. One is written by men. One is not.
So obviously one is correct.
Well, one of them is the whole show of Xena Warrior Princess.
Which we love.
Which we love.
Yeah.
You know, in that way, meta level of the Scrolls
right.
of the show.
And then also the Watchers are extremely misogynistic, as we learn.
Yeah, they stink, and then there's ladies.
So fuck their diaries.
Fuck their diaries. Who cares?
We're going to go in and burn them all.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Scrolls.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, Gabs is...
They can't kill each other because they're paper.
Can you imagine if they actually did fight?
Well, what is it? Rock and scissors? Gabs's bargaining skills versus Anya's.
Ooh, that's hard.
Gabs? Is she very good at it?
I've never been sure if she's like good at it
or
just
good at it.
The one who has to do it.
I think maybe Anya's probably better.
Yeah. I mean, Anya actually runs a business.
She's a lot older. She has more experience.
Yeah, she does have a lot of experience.
Gabs is just like an itinerant bard. Like,
she loves stuff. She loves getting stuff. She loves buying stuff.
She does love stuff.
And they get outfits all the time.
Yeah.
And she's so excited by that.
Yeah.
But I do think Anya would be good. And then also, like, if she's the vengeance demon, she could, like, demon the person.
Right.
Yeah.
So
okay, Anya.
She wins.
Yep. Yeah. I think we're giving this one to Anya.
Okay. Season 6 Gabs versus Buffy.
Whoa.
Just Buffy?
This is our first.
Just Buffy in general.
This is our first versus Buffy.
Wait, season 6 only Gabrielle versus Buffy.
The Abs of Steel versus Buffy.
Abs of Steel, a.k.a. about to get her own series, basically, right? Because we're set season 6. She's like going to go off on her own.
It's not like season the end of show Buffy. Just Buffy.
Just Buffy in general.
Yeah, you could take it as, Buffy trying to, like, go to a school dance. That kind of Buffy.
She's still
or
Buffy.
It could be Buffy who gives a lot of speeches, Buffy.
Ooh, yeah. No one's favorite Buffy, I think.
Oh, no. Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it would be a really hard fight. I think they'd both give it their all.
Yeah. Buffy does have powers.
She is the Slayer.
Strength powers.
Yeah.
Gabs is supposed to
strong.
have all of Xena's skills at that point.
True.
Which I don't believe.
Except the pinch.
Well,
right?
it depends on what...
Depends when in season 6 we're talking about, yeah.
I truly hate this. I don't know how I'm supposed to come to a conclusion.
Maybe they can also go to court.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Having a crisis.
Well, if it was an abs off, then Gabs would win.
She would win an arms off also.
I think her hair looks better than Buffy's hair.
Well, what season Buffy's
Exactly.
hair?
Season 6 Buffy's hair is pretty great.
It's
this
good.
is
pretty
But
good.
like, not like
6
season
fight.
2 when she has the teeny, tiny bangs.
Oh, God. That was a low point.
Culturally and in Buffy.
Because it just says season 6 Gabs and not like a whole Gabs experience, I'm going to say Buffy. Because it seems to imply the whole of all of Buffy, and I love Buffy, and it's very important to me as a character. So I'm just going to say Buffy. That's just what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess I'll also say Buffy just because
Yeah.
she's Buffy.
Are we losing the listeners? I don't know what's happening. I'm scared.
Well, Gabs has won before.
I think our listeners are just
It's
as
not like
torn
we're
as we are.
anti-Gabs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I love season 6 Gabs.
But people do love
I
to say
really
they hate
love-
Buffy, the character. So
I know, they
hence,
do. They do a lot.
Maybe we are losing our listeners.
I love Gabs at all times. Is it a costume thing? I love the green look. So I like a season 3, season 4.
I love a season 6.
Having troubles. By season 6, she's
Everybody
pretty much
by
getting-
season 6 of everything looks good.
Oh, yeah. Buffy. Okay. Sorry.
All
I
right,
don't
Lev.
know. Ugh.
Yeah, I feel like season 6 Gabs is at a place where like she could still like if she decided like this fight needed to be won, she'd be all in. She wouldn't be pulling her punches.
Oh.
And I feel like Buffy would be trying to reason with her.
Wait, would Gabs bring the Amazons to this fight?
Oh.
This is something to think
Would
about.
Buffy bring...
I mean,
The
Buffy
Scooby
had-
Gang.
That's
no,
true.
the Whatsums.
What's up?
The fucking...
Oh, the potentials?
The potentials.
I couldn't remember. how
Well,
they were referred.
I think the Amazons would kill
get
them.
the potentials.
Whoop their asses.
What if she had all the Slayers?
Oh,
No.
Ooh, that's harder.
that would include Faith.
I know.
Your fave.
I
It
think
already includes. She's
I
already
mean-
there. Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you guys in that somehow. If like, I mean, we'll get there, but obviously, like going against Buffy in any matchup that isn't just like the one is weird.
Oh, no.
Yeah, to me, like I feel like Buffy should win just by virtue of
So you're
being.
choosing Buffy.
I am, but
You're torn about it.
I'm torn about it because I do feel like Gabs would want to win more than Buffy would.
Wait, what is this?
It would mean more to Gabs to win.
So Buffy...
Win this just your love and affection or the death match?
Kind of both.
Which question are you answering?
Oh, in love and affection, it's almost impossible
Okay.
to actually do it. Yeah.
So
I die. What is it? No matter who wins, we lose.
Yeah.
And the AVP
That's how this
slogan.
feels.
Yeah. Okay, so Buffy wins via really long speech.
You said Buffy?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely how it would go down.
All right, next.
Next up, God Kalisto versus Glory.
This
That's
is a good one because they are very similar.
Both blonde.
Both blonde, both kind of mentally unstable.
Yes.
Both amazing.
True that.
I love Glory. That's my
Glory's
favorite
fun.
season of Buffy.
Yeah, I agree.
And Yeah, I think she'd at least try to, eat Callisto's brains. I'm sure it wouldn't work.
Because she has no brains.
Callisto was always a very ineffectual god, She never really, made the most of those powers.
Right. Because she's like new money, new god.
Yeah, I'm sure Glory would look down on her for being a
she's
new
old
god.
money.
Yeah. Even though obviously I love Kalisto, I think I would go Glory on this one. I think she knows how to be a god better.
Yeah.
I think
does.
so too.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point.
Yeah.
And that season was big. And it went places. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, Callisto is not as memorable as a god. She's more memorable as to me
Callisto.
as a Callisto,
And not
the
as an
troubled
angel either.
human.
Right.
Yeah.
She had all these guises, and none of them was as amazing as her first.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Glory.
Glory.
Claire Kramer's great too.
Yeah, I
The
love Claire.
performance is fantastic.
Glory gets the glory.
All right.
Oh, shit. All right. Okay. What? Okay, 10 years ago, Xena versus Ripper Giles.
What?
That's 10 years ago, Giles.
Oh my god.
Well, okay.
Okay, that's easy.
Yeah, finally, an easy
Well,
one.
Ripper Giles probably did less murders.
And a lot more cocaine.
So there's that. There's that element.
Yeah. One of them is Xena, and one of them is Giles.
One of them is Xena. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I love Giles. I don't know why you don't like him, but 10 years ago, Xena for sure. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and she would absolutely kill him.
Yeah,
How would she do it?
Oh,
With
that's
his
a really
guitar.
good.
Yeah, I think she'd smash his guitar over his head. It's pretty good.
Oh,
Phil thinks us putting the characters against each other
Yes.
is really sad.
I think
Yeah.
he's a big fan of Giles.
Yeah, he might be.
Okay, Bumbling Goons versus the Trio. Ooh, this one's actually hard.
Yeah, they're both about on the same level in terms of
Yeah.
how they do in a fight.
And I love them
Oh.
all.
Okay, goons are fun. We're talking about goons on the whole, just appearing.
Yeah, I think all the goons.
Your less favorite
They're
goons.
fun. I'm gonna say this is a good. I like that this is a question. That was a funny thing to put against each other. But I gotta go with the trio because it's it's Jonathan, it's Andrew, and Warren.
Yeah.
Who, I don't like him so much.
But they serve an important
they're
purpose.
They're all interesting characters, and especially Jonathan and Andrew.
Yeah.
Right.
That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Andrew, yeah. For a second, I doubted myself. They're fantastic, and I love them as throughout the show. And Jonathan obviously was there early on, and then Andrew gets a lot to do later in season 6 and 7.
Yeah.
And Tom Lake is fabulous.
Right, he gave us Luke's, so I
Yes!
feel the trio has to win just because we use Luke's.
Oh yeah, he invented the word.
He invented
Luke's.
the word
No,
Luke.
sure.
I don't think we're contractually not allowed to vote against him. Yeah.
But yeah, I just think because there's more character stuff going on with them versus just goons are silly. I will vote trio.
Right, and all of them served an important purpose. As far as Jonathan was from the very beginning, kind of he had episodes like Earshot, where
Superstar, is that one? His?
Right, that's him
yeah,
as well.
and Andrew was a good addition, but and Warren, of course, very much served an important
purpose.
important purpose. He was the guys from Promising Young Woman,
Yeah.
he was very important to the whole to that kind of type of guy. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Buffy the show was dealing with toxic masculinity before people were really using that phrase.
Interesting.
So
Yeah. All right, trio.
Trio wins as much as I love some of those goons. Not all of them.
Yeah, love to you goons. Oh no, not this one.
What happened?
This one's hard.
All right, Vera.
Cyrene versus Joyce.
Oh,
This one's rude.
The mom
Yeah,
off.
this one's really mean.
No.
Really mean.
Well, I know what Liv was gonna say.
Yeah,
or do I?
I don't feel well, I mean, you love Cyrene.
I do love Cyrene. I would probably go Cyrene for a few reasons. Let me make my case.
Sure, go ahead.
I love Joyce Joyce wins, I think, maybe for best mom, in that she really basically supports Buffy no matter what.
Except when she said, "Have you tried not being?"
Yeah,
that was so
but
good.
that was like a little moment of
Yeah.
weakness. You know, it's okay. She Joyce went through a lot, and she basically always made the right choice. Like what a lady.
Yeah.
Cyrene fucks up a little bit, which makes sense because she's genetically related to Xena. It's part of why I love Cyrene, is that she's not necessarily that sort of aspirational mom who's
Right.
actually really sweet and does the
Sure.
right thing by her child all the time. Cyrene has like a lot of layers and enjoys her boy toys.
Cyrene has to deal with the fact that her daughter became an insane murderer.
She also did a murder.
Yeah, she did a murder.
Very,
Her daughter, for the most part, was a villain, while
Yeah.
Joyce's daughter was like a hero,
Yeah,
technically.
it's
even
easier
though-
for Joyce to support her daughter than Cyrene to support.
Right, and that's why we love Cyrene for when
Oh,
she
yeah.
does support Xena.
Joyce did not kill Buffy's dad.
No,
That we know of.
That we know of. So that's
seen that.
yeah. I mean, I actually think Cyrene is one of those things where she's. I think Joyce is on the show more and is more sort of a relatable mom figure, whereas Cyrene is this more like kind of Greek mythic sort of character. I think she's really cool and interesting, and I would have watched way more of her. She's my fave, and I'm giving her this one, even though I love Joyce.
That's cool. Yeah, I like that. That's very persuasive also. I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to say Joyce, just because, she's so nice. And she has so many fun episodes, with that lady, her friend Pam, who was going to bring the empanadas.
Oh my god.
And, the chicken and stars thing was always really, sweet to me with the soup. And... yeah, she's just nice. I feel like some of the most amazing episodes of Buffy are about her dying, which is not really the character, so I can't really use those to in this battle.
But you certainly think about them when talking about the character of Joyce. Yeah,
and those are that's a phenomenal episode of television. So I'm going to give it to Joyce.
Good. All right, so what's our rundown?
Say.
It's Joyce, one Cyrene, one Joyce.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Cyrene.
Okay.
I do think she put up with a lot.
She did.
We loved her tavern, and we wanted her to thrive in her business.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then she was a ghost.
Maybe
it's rough.
she and
then
Anya should
she
have
had
really
a horrible outcome.
Yeah,
I can't believe
she
she did
had
that.
a really horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, they both kind of.
Honestly,
did,
that's one of the things.
Well, true.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, more similarities between Buffy and Xena, but yeah, I mean, I feel like the way Cyrene went out was made me really mad. It was too miserable.
Yeah.
Cyrene wins with a good axe swing.
They would not kill each other. They would just commiserate about their children.
Absolutely.
Oh shit!
They would go get a drink together.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I've had schnapps. Okay. Go ahead.
Baka Gabs versus Doppelganger Willow.
Oh, God, that's funny.
A great one.
I love this question. I'm trying to be rapid fire in my response, and my brain went doppelgangland.
Yeah,
Willow.
totes.
Yeah, that was so fun. That was the first time you saw her be an evilly Willow. It's home of I Think I'm Kind of Gay, which was not a thing for a couple more seasons. The next season. And it was just so fun, and it was such a great episode.
Yeah,
Girls Just Wanted Fun is also one of my favorite episodes of Xena, so it's hard for me to say this because I do but Buckeye Gabs is fun, but it's not it wasn't a performance
well, Doppelganger Willow was a full blown, and they come back, so they have more development.
Yeah, that's true.
And I mean, obviously, Bacchae Gabs was different from regular Gabs, but you didn't have that same gulf, where you were whoa, Willow had been such a lovable goof up till then, and to see her inhabiting this very different kind of character was just so exciting.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's 3 doppelgang Willows. Okay.
Yep.
And she would absolutely probably kill Bacchae Gabs still, even so.
Yeah.
I think so.
really like
I
intense.
think she
actually
She
would
would.
win.
She
This is one
would.
of the only matchups where, yeah, I feel like in terms of performance and actual power level,
For
she would
sure.
win.
Okay, so this is another thing versus thing.
Always fun to see the things fight.
Chakram versus the weird axe / steak / size thing from season 7.
I think, okay. I think just in the way the question is phrased.
Phil is saying, excuse me, this is not a fair question.
Yeah. That it's like when you don't even have like the name for the other thing.
It's a scythe.
It's a scythe. No, I know. But it's sort of like, here's this thing, but also versus chakram.
This
chakram,
is an easy one.
This is, I don't want to speak for everyone here, but I think there's going to be 3 for the chakram.
Yeah.
It's symbolic. It's iconic.
Right.
It's fantastic as like her weapon.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we've discussed like symbolism and it's feminine and great and like scythe is cool. It looks cool. But there's not an emotional attachment to it with me. It does cool stuff in the finale.
That's
I
right.
guess.
Sure. Part of it is, of course, any weapon that comes out of season 7. You're kind of like, sure.
Well, shouldn't it be like
It was really
chakram
cool.
versus steak? Really?
Right.
You know,
I mean, if
that's
you
like
really want to go with
But one is like very
fair
like
matchup.
phallic versus
Right, I
our
guess
symbolic.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, there is
Feminine
no
one.
like one steak. Like
Right.
they're very like
Mr. Pointy.
fungible item. Yeah.
Mr. Pointy.
Mr. Pointy is a good steak. That's our fave steak for sure.
But yeah, I think just chakram for being so iconic.
Yeah.
But size is cool.
It's cool.
It's cool when she picks it up and stands up.
Yeah,
and it's
that,
like,
they're
"Ooh,
right.
ah,
There's that big moment, you know.
Philip.
All right, so chakram wins.
Ding, ding, ding.
For sure.
Okay. Yeah.
Our final 2 are quite difficult.
Uh-oh.
Get ready.
So a lot harder than chakram
Steal yourself.
versus the scythe
Okay.
and the squirrels versus
The long
the
pause.
diaries
Yeah.
and whatever. Okay, so Gabs versus Willow. Just in general.
Just in general. Remember,
Okay.
this isn't just character arc or performance. It's also who would actually win in a fight.
What? Okay.
I'm not sure that helps in this case, but
Katie, you're like entirely in the microphone, so I feel like you know the answer easily. And-
ooh, really?
I mean, I feel like I'm with you. I'm gonna put my face in the microwave. Microwave. In the
Put
microwave.
my face
No.
in the microwave
I mean,
rather than answer this question.
I don't have like a Willow tattoo.
Oh,
That's true. That's
I
how we should have been settling it
see.
all along.
Whose tattoo?
Does Katie have a tattoo of it? No, it doesn't win.
So
I get
I
it.
think I went against Gabs a few times
That's true.
so far.
Yeah,
And you had her shoes.
I had Willow's shoes. The orange
Yeah,
striped Adidas.
yeah.
Oh, those are
those.
cute. Those are cute.
Yeah, the orange striped Adidas, which I do think got to be worn by Doppelgangland Willow.
Really?
Yeah, because that outfit with the pink sweater and the little white, are they daisies? The pink sweater with like white little daisies
I remember
on it that she wore
sweater.
with tights and the orange striped Adidas. I'm pretty 100% that Doppelgangland Willow
Wow.
had that. Obviously, I have a Willow attachment,
Yeah.
being that I just said all that. Willow is fantastic. Absolutely one of the most best formative characters in my youth. This is really like hard to answer because like I do really think that Buffy is like, as we've said before, like one of the most formative shows I ever watched, to the point where I'm like scared to watch it sometimes because I don't want to like not like it in the same way. But though I have seen it more recently. But Gabs. The answer is Gabs for this one for me. Like I do think that like they both have great character arcs, but like I've never seen anything like the Gabs arc before on TV. And being in that hero's journey, yeah, like you look at season 1, you look at the finale, yeah, it's Gabs. Gabs for me.
And now are you counting Willow's arc all the way through How I Met Your Mother?
I've never seen one goddamn episode of that. Good for her. She has so much money.
Yeah.
But I've not seen one episode of How I Met Your Mother. No, it's not true. I've seen one episode of How I Met Your Mother, and it's the one with Marina Becker.
Nice.
But yeah, it's gonna be Gabs, but I don't know, maybe because it's more recent. But
in your mind,
yeah. I love that character. I love Willow too, so this is really hard, but I'm gonna go with Gabs.
Well, the good thing about Buffy is that basically everybody got pretty great character arcs. Like when you go from the beginning to like the end, like everybody had great development.
She has amazing glow up. She has the same kind of thing, like Baby Town.
Yeah,
like
no, she does.
Willow and her.
There's a reason these two characters are being put into opposition.
Yeah,
there's a lot of similarities. We talked about it.
Her bad spell lasted a lot longer than Gabs's bad
and it's
spell.
sort of more central to sort of her final form. Like I feel like Gabs was struggling like kind of throughout in small and large ways, and Willow, it's more of like a cataclysmic break almost in personality, and it's really hard for her to come back from that.
Did she try to go like cold turkey? Like she tried to not use magic, right?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like Gabs giving up the staff.
But then eventually kind of reconciles to it.
Yeah. Same as Gabs.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I always felt that season 7 was a little bit of a bust in terms of Willow's arc. Like, I wanted, like, I thought season 6 was amazing, and but it was obviously a very ambitious plot line, and I didn't feel like season 7 could pick it up and continue it in that.
Well, they did,
and it picked it up with Kennedy.
It picked it up with Kennedy.
Oh God, that's part of the problem. I mean, they did so much, like in season 6, with her and to her, and she did so many things. And it, like you said, it's this big cataclysmic thing that, like, the season 7 stuff that they did to have her process it was not good. I don't think it was very good.
It felt really fake. And I mean, I will still love the character, but it is a little hard for me to have that. I feel like Gabs finishes so strong. Like, it's such a powerful ending.
Yes.
It makes you go, you do look back at that whole journey and go, holy shit. Whereas the fact that Willow kind of ends on this more ambivalent, messy note, even though she did go on such an amazing journey, it casts a little bit of a pall, because you're like, what was that all for?
Her hair turned white, and she's a super powerful magic lady.
Yeah. And she's gonna be okay, and I still love her. And I agree with Katie that she's such a formative character. I felt more like uncomfortable watching Willow than I ever did watching Gabs. Like I feel like Willow is maybe a little too like personally close.
That's true.
Whereas I can kind of like watch Gabs a little bit from a distance, being like, I love this. This is great.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I'm with you in that I feel like I would say Gabs, because I do just love her so much. And
I will remind, we are on Xena Warrior podcast. Xena Warrior podcast.
But yeah, I think the things that trip me up in the end with Willow are kind of like the character's conclusion, and just sort of feeling a little bit like, I never quite wanted to see myself on screen in that way. In the early years.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I think we all like sat there being like, well, I remember looking at her clothes and just being like, should I get stuff like that? Is this what going to high school is
it's
like?
funny because it's like the clothes are like in the early seasons, like clearly they would make fun of them, but they were like the clothes that I wanted.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, my mom picked it out.
So, I mean, I'm voting for Gabs because she's Gabs.
Okay, good. That's good. Yeah,
good
I
answer.
agree.
Which is, because you can't really say Buffy, you can't watch Buffy and go like, well, this is really Willow's story. It's not.
Right.
So,
it isn't. Yeah, and that is a big difference.
Yeah, you can watch the X-Files and say this is Scully's story, but you can't do that to Buffy. And
it's Buffy.
But you can do that to Xena.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And therefore she wins.
It's a good point. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, Gabs.
How does she win?
Probably kill her. I don't know. The magic coming into play always kind of throws me a little bit.
But then again,
Gabs would
Willow's
want to kill her. I
relationship
don't
to the
know why she
magic
would
is so
want-
torturous.
They
that,
can just talk
yeah.
about being a sidekicks. They'll just talk about that.
And then
They-
Gabs will stab her to death.
Oh,
Oh my god.
why?
That's
Why would
really
she do
graphic.
that?
Way of the warrior. That's
No,
why.
they're just gonna commiserate about sidekicking. The end.
Okay, our final battle. This is the grand finale.
I feel like I might know what this is.
You do. It is obvious.
I don't want it.
And it is happening.
Okay.
Xena versus Buffy.
I would just like to say, why are we pitting all these women against women? It is not a competition. I don't want to participate anymore.
I think Rob Tappert and Joss Whedon should fight.
Yeah.
Ooh, who'd win?
It's not a competition. They're both
Rob would win.
fantastic. It is a tie. Good day. Goodbye. Xena?
Yeah.
Xena. I don't want to lose all the listeners.
I think Xena. I think Xena just because like
But I also agree.
It's-
like
it's
yeah,
actually
I think-
easy to me.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I went through this logically
Yeah.
and agree.
Yeah. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Yeah, let's hear your logic.
Okay, my logic is
Gymnastics.
obviously they are very similar, and like if you just kind of look at like their shows, they're super strong, great warriors, seasoned warriors. Like you put them in battle, and it's like yes, they probably would be evenly matched. But I feel if you look at Xena, she in her show, like kind of the laws of physics are different.
Sure.
So like
She'll flip over Buffy?
She can flip to victory. She can, you know, I feel she could kind of like work a level of like geometry that Buffy wouldn't be able to touch.
That's true.
And
Interesting.
And Xena would win.
She wins via being able to
flips.
defy gravity
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. That's my
Wow.
take on this.
That's what you were wrestling
A
with.
really exciting take, I know.
That's fascinating. Do you have a special
Speaking of
take,
gravity.
Katie?
I have to have a special take. Oh, I don't know. It's like, it's hard. This is really hard because it's not like Buffy doesn't go through it. She goes through like so much. But like,
But the scale of it is
the scale, like the Xena's
the
like,
Xena scale is
internal
insane.
struggle is like so intense.
lot.
And it's really good.
Yeah.
And I love them. I love them both. I love them both a lot. They both mean a lot to me. They can both fight in little skirts and things. But this is very rude. This is very rude. But yeah, Xena.
yeah.
I do think if this were a dance-off, they would both lose.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You don't think Xena can dance?
Xena can't dance, and Buffy, I wasn't really impressed.
What, in the musical?
Like in the
or-
musical, yeah. That's
Okay.
kind of
But
her only
if they
real
were
dancing
singing-
other than like the bronze.
If they were if it's sing off, then Xena
then
would
Xena
win.
would win.
Would
Xena would win a
absolutely.
sing-off.
She can sing
yeah.
better. She can defy gravity better.
So you're saying she's gonna win via flips?
I'm basically saying she will win via flips.
I think she could also beat Buffy in a fight.
She do her
would.
breathing fire
I mean,
move.
she
Buffy
would.
wouldn't know what to
She
do
would
with
put
that.
the pinch on her.
She'd put the pinch on
Fair.
her. I just feel Xena has this sort of extra level of what you would probably call cartoonish superpowers.
I mean,
Right,
they
yeah.
are. They work on Xena, the show. Would you
Right.
put them into Buffy?
Buffy does
They
some
are.
pretty fun flips.
Yeah.
She does do
From
flips.
time to
She can do
time.
some flips, but she can't quite defy gravity.
Flippity doos.
Yeah.
And her stunt double was not Zoe Bell.
No.
Right. If we're talking stunt double, Xena just automatically wins.
I mean, Buffy has the horrible stunt double.
Well, I
for,
think
like,
it was just early. The filmmaking around the stunts was
very, very
not
bad.
like it might not have been per se the stunt double's fault.
Well, no, I don't. I think the second one was
But,
better. Now we're like literally talking about
yeah.
random shit.
if they fought via lines, who does best lines? Buffy would win.
Buffy would win.
Buffy has better
Xena's
Yeah.
lines are horrible.
Yeah.
That's part of why we love them. But
Or do we?
Buffy's lines are good.
If Buffy was to say, "I hate long flights," it would work.
she would somehow
She
make
would
that
sell
work.
it.
But there are flights.
Because
She
there
knows
are
what
flights
flights are.
in her universe, yeah.
Okay. Can it be a tie? No, it can't
No,
be.
I
It's
can't.
Xena. It's
This
Xena.
is, as you
It's
said
Xena.
before,
Well,
this
Xena
is
Warrior Podcast.
Xena Warrior
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah,
So
you're right. You're
we're
right.
expected to make a choice.
Yeah.
Right.
Is
Gabs won the other one. Xena will win this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but they're both great. I was joking, but it's true that all of our pitting the shows against each other is in fun.
It's
It
in
is
jest.
Fun. It is in
But I'm
fun.
glad a brunette won. As a brunette.
Okay.
Speaking as a
Yeah.
brunette. Well, that was like insanely
That was
fun.
really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Yeah.
I think the right people won.
Yeah. Yeah, more or less.
Was it an even sort of outcome?
I mean, I think we were pretty fair.
There were a lot of Buffy wins.
There were.
Up until
there
the
really were.
near the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were quite a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do my Buffy rewatch soon.
I'm sure that
Yeah.
Real one.
I'm sure that the love would come, like, certainly, like, I know it's there.
I know
it's there.
I've it's not like I haven't seen it recently. I've seen episodes. I just haven't like watched from beginning to end in a good chunk of
long time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
we
a good chunk.
recently did a Buffy trivia contest, and
I was
we
bad at it.
were absolutely horrible. Yeah,
I might not be very good at a Xena trivia contest though. It depends on what the trivia is.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
like
if it's
tricky trivia.
easy.
Is
Sometimes
always
it's hard.
pretty.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was shocked by how little I knew, and that made me go, "Wow, like I'm sort of frozen in amber. I have these opinions from when I watched the show, like 15 years ago, and they're, who knows if I would feel the same way now."
Wow.
Yeah.
I've seen enough. I feel like I've seen, like I know enough of stuff, and I remember, like, Buffy, I remember, like, very well, because I like, when it was airing, not just what I've seen, like, more recently, but when it was airing, I would watch it every morning before school. Like, the new episode would air, and then I would watch it on my VHS tape, every morning again.
Yeah.
Like, so by the time the next one came around, I saw this other one, like, 5 times.
That's like you were studying for a podcast that you weren't writing.
So I've seen, I remember, like, that and the X-Files, I feel like I know pretty well. Trivia questions, that's a different story.
Yeah, I feel like I only remember the things that were, like, insanely important to me.
Sure, that's true of everything. That's true of everything.
Just these moments that just stick out in your brain.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like when Xena and I was gonna say when Xena and Buffy fucked. No,
I think we should end there. Okay, goodbye. Remember that, you guys?
I'm
Goodbye.
glad that stands out in your brain.
What a good time that was.
That was a
Whoa.
great episode.
Wow. Loved it.
Okay, we won't even, like, get to what I was trying to say, so it's fine. That clearly beats it. Thank you so much, Christy. That was an amazing prompt. We had an amazing time having them battle it out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Battling it out for you. And thank you, everyone at Patreon, and follow us on all this stuff and things.
Yeah. We're on the Apple Podcasts, where you can subscribe and rate and leave reviews, which I always love to read. You can also listen to us now on Spotify, and then, wherever you listen to podcasts, we're there. We're on Twitter at Xena Warrior Pod, and other social medias, Facebook, Xena Warrior Podcast. And Patreon is patreon.com/Xena Warrior Podcast, where we're very close to My Life is Murder, which is airing now. Season 2 on Acorn in the United States.
Yeah, and we'll be having a lot to say about My Life is Murder.
Oh, I'm sure.
Very soon.
Cool.
On that note, the power!
The passion.
The podcast!